Testing. It would help if I plugged in the headphones. Alright, testing 2. Hello, Daniel. Welcome to this. Alright, so it looks like Streamlabs didn't do its thing yet. Streamlabs, why you always gotta do that? Why you always gotta be like that, huh? Come on now. Alright, now let's try that again. There we go. One moment. Okay, so this is episode 2, day 2 of attempting to figure out what I'm going to do with my suite this time. If anybody has missed it and doesn't know what's going on, I am a hairdresser who also works in a grocery store. 2 years ago, this month, I was in that room. That was my small, but big to me, 10.5 foot by 7.5 foot salon suite. And at that time, I had the cabinet with the hearts, but I bought the pantry cabinet, I bought the kitchen island cabinet, the black salon cart back there holding the shampoo bottles, that came with the room. I had the option to use it or not use it. So that stayed there too. You know, it might be in the room, it might not be. And then, no, I don't see anything else in there. Of course, I've kept my chair. My chair is in my car. I used it the other day when I did the house call. But I'm trying to do some things differently this time around. So, this time around, well, anyway, last time, so 2 years ago, tomorrow, I must have had a stream in which I was trying to figure out what I'd do with my salon suite. Let's see if we can find that. probably just in my Sims 4 playlist. My PB Plays The Sims playlist. Or here, probably. Yep, right here. Alright. It was a 4-hour one. Now this was before
Testing.
Beauty Magazine.
Testing. Ooh, that's too loud. Way too loud. I have my cell phone up way too loud.
That was before I got the second laptop.
Okay. So this is something a little different. So for those of you who might have been following my recent videos, I was going and taking tours of places that have salon suites because I'm a cosmetologist and I'm trying to get back into doing my job and not just the grocery store. I went and toured one yesterday, put down a deposit, sent her my application, and unless something falls through, it'll be the place where I'm going. In the meantime, it's a small room, so I need to get some ideas for decorating it. For starters, as an independent hairstylist, I must provide all my products and towels and, so I have to have a place to put those things. If anybody missed it, this was an earlier episode of my building series. The playlist is in the description. I built a drive-in.
That's the description of the Chill and Build
I believe that's the Emerald
episodes.
So let's start with. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make like copies of a certain size room, so that I can, because this ain't one size fits all. I'm gonna be trying to figure out different things to do. So we need now. The room is 9 by 7 approximately. I mean, I literally use my feet to measure. So, for the sake of fitting it in on here, I'm going to do 10 by 8. So, in other words, 5 by 4. Because each of these half of one of these blocks is about a foot.
Yeah, so in reality, okay. You get.
So for starters, the door is something like this, maybe. Like this. The door is right about here. It's kind of, and this does kind of look a little wider than I actually have. I mean, it is kind of kind of a skinnier room than I was hoping for, but it also cost me less than the other one I went and toured that I didn't get. And we're talking like $85 per week less. That's big time. So, so even if this is only temporary until I get a bigger one, it's way more within my budget than that other one would have been. I would have had to really scratch and claw to keep that other one.
Well,
so I'm going to start off with making a room that looks like the current room for reference. Surfaces. And I can't get things to be exact, so I'm just going to, do my best. And there's no guarantee I'm going to find these pieces of furniture when I go to look for furniture either. But this is for inspiration purposes. Plumbing, sink. So this one has the shampoo bowl right about here, or maybe here, depending on how you want to.
No, it's you got to move it over, and it's not that wide of a space.
I'll put it here for now. There might be a little more room here than, because the wall would be kind of more here. And then it has a chair in front of it. I don't think the chair is necessarily connected to it. I think I can use a different chair if I want.
Oh no, it's connected.
Now, in reality, there's a little bit of space between the thing and the wall. It's not quite as against the wall as
the pipes,
the one that I
had
had at the salon I was working at. But it's not quite stand behind room. Well, it's definitely
no,
not.
You can't stand behind it,
especially not with my big body. Chair. Now, for the time being, well, here, we'll just use this one twice. This is kind of sitting here right now. And then okay, so that's like there.
I need to figure out how I'm going to advertise to the general
it's
public.
It's currently painted a grayish.
I'm not getting like
a beigeish gray, I'd say.
I mean, I've got two appointments booked at the moment, and that's just, it's nice, but
like almost kind of reminds me of like a seashell color or something. I don't know if I call that like. Anyway, I mean, I have options of painting the room, or having it painted, or changing the color. Ideally, I want to go with purple, but
I did not get
the problem with painting the room purple is it clashes with blonde hair and makes it so that people won't be able to tell what their hair actually looks like. So it's not ideal to. So having decor and tools and things that are purple is one thing, but having the backdrop of the walls be purple is not ideal. Yeah, let's go with this for now. That's probably kind of. Let's get a light in here.
Anyway. So, in other news, what did I do with the boxes?
I don't remember.
I brought home a couple. Since I work in the grocery store all day, I was like looking for possible cardboard boxes.
One of the things that I liked about this place versus the place I went the other day.
Holding my hair color tubes.
This one has the low ceiling.
Hair color.
That one I was in the other day, when I was in there talking with her,
happens to be an open
she had
tube.
the door open, and the high ceilings, and it was like, even when I was trying to talk quiet, it was like an echo chamber, and it was like, I don't want the whole place hearing what I have to say. You know, it's like, I'm opening up to you about things that, about my, those people should have to come and, like, talk to me before they know everything about me. It's like, if they want to know who I am, they should, like, talk to me in the break room or something. Or come knock on my door. Anyway, the echo chamber really, it wasn't ideal. This place here, now you can kind of hear what might be, you can hear voices in the other rooms, but unless you're like really quiet, you can't really hear what they're actually saying.
I really like my room. It's small.
I could barely hear
definitely
anything.
Smaller
and then again,
than this.
My door was
it definitely
also
feels
open,
more like
so
a
maybe if the
3x4
door closed,
room.
I wouldn't have heard.
All right, am I hearing the dog?
Let's see, is that door actually?
So that was before I broke my rib too.
I'm still getting used to my newer laptop here. It's well, I got the newest version, or one of the newest versions of Microsoft Paint on here, and it's not quite the same as the one on my other laptop. So when I go to like zoom out and things, it's not quite doing what I want it to do. Okay, so this is actually up here.
Wow. So I was talking about this laptop, and I've since gotten a different laptop, and the other one is no longer being used.
Now the mirror that is in the picture is one that's just been left in the room. I don't have to use. It's what I want. How about Come on. You know, you're ruining it. I want to be able to move this down. Potatoes, and then they had chili and cheese and stuff, and you know, just what do you want on it?
Oh yeah, the potato thing.
Shampoo sinks instead, and just soak them at my own station. Or I didn't start using it back there until I took over the place. You know, because then I fixed up and painted that little room, and you know, for the most part, it was kind of kept a little straighter.
Not bad. No, I don't. I do not have room for all that counter.
I was
stuff,
thinking,
so.
not that many butterflies. I was just thinking, you know, because if I lose my full time, I'm probably not getting it back ever. Okay, I can't go there because the door's there. And I cannot put anything here. It would have to be it has to be something on the wall or a behind the toilet thing. You know, you get one of them above the toilet racks. You know, then I could put that here. But you are supposed to be in a cabinet. I mean, you don't want them sitting out here collecting dust. So, you know, so it's like, well, front door's here. We came down here and I toured a room over here. And then we went over this way and then up to my room, which is like right here. And it's room number 4, and the little thing kind of looks like a Fantastic Four symbol, too. Yeah, so. The hallways are actually wider than that. I was just doing the design. All right, well, let's try another one. Yeah, let's, again. I'm most likely going to be using my chair. I mean, it's not. It doesn't look like this. It's an old school chair with a big, heavy base. But I mean, the fact that I drove all the way to the other side of Michigan to get the chair, and then I went halfway back I went to the middle to Lansing to buy another chair so that I could get the bottom part that works. So I basically bought 2 old chairs to put together one working chair. The fact that I did that, I'm least likely to use a different chair. I mean, I had somebody offer me a chair, but I haven't seen it yet. But I mean, I brought the chair home with me. It's sitting here right next to me. It's kind of, it's my chair. Nobody else has that chair. That's my chair. But it's not to say that I wouldn't use some other chair.
Okay, that is actually live. Okay.
It's close, but it ain't not close.
I was contacting the rep that last time around when I was buying my Shades EQ. She helped me get in touch with the other lady that anyway, she finally answered. I messaged her the other day, and then today I went to the groups where stylists talk about the stuff, and I said, hey, I'm trying to get in touch with the rep from my area, and I've tagged her, and she's not doing that job anymore. Okay, that's a different message. Huh. Well, that's interesting since I did. It's just got a stupid delay, I guess. Okay. Darn, well, that's over. Here, I'll let y'all watch that some more.
Uh-oh, he's gambling. He better win, or else. At some point, you don't have to win everyone. Just at some point, you better win something. I'm telling you right now, you better win. I don't let Streambot, keep all the money. Cloud Streambot don't know anything about how to spend no simoleons or plumb bobs. All right, well, anyway, okay, so it's actually a little bit more like that. But there is still, stuff here that you can't just... I did a good job of that. Yeah. I think ideally we're probably really wanting it to be there. I mean, as much as I want to put the thing here, one way or another, something's got to be here and something's got to be here, so, I mean, if I set the thing up here with the mirror here, then the shelves got to be over here. Now I have the option of having the window like frosted over, so people can't necessarily look in. And then they'll put my logo on the door. Okay, so let's do a version of going this direction then. Now, if I do it this way and put something here, then I could have stuff here. I could have a cabinet in the corner, mirror here, another cabinet here maybe. Maybe no, I don't need scuba gear. Not yet, anyway. You can always get one of them corner cabinet too. Well, that sure does tell me, though, that I don't have... And not only that, but this is actually... This room that I've got right now is about a foot bigger than my actual room would be. Because my room is more like 9 by 7, and I got a 10 by 8 here. So... Oh, isn't that cute? I want that one. You ain't getting it. Yeah, but I want it. You ain't getting it. What about that one? No, you ain't getting that one either. What about this? Well, you can use that as an example of something, maybe your shampoo holder or whatever over here, but... Hey, look, it's all my client books. Yep, there's your client books. Oh, wait, I got more than that. Yeah, well, okay, we'll put the other one over there. Of course, there's the old, cube holder. Locker? No, we're not going to use ugly lockers. Why not? Because I said no. But nothing, we're not going to use them. Toy box? No, not really. Unless I had room for actually to have kids in here. I guess now that I think about it, I'm not going to have much room for having kids in here. I mean, while one person's in the chair, the other could probably sit in the shampoo chair. I'd probably have to have a fold-up chair or two. Not a problem. I mean, if anything, I could have them in my car. Just bring in a folding chair. Oh, well. What? Game over. Yep, lost another one. Frickin', yeah. I'm just kind of faffing around now. I mean, now, there's also the option, put this over like here, and just move it back and forth each time. So the thing is, this here, I don't think it moves. Because I think either the plumbing's attached here or comes up from the bottom, but I know there was something behind this. So it's like I can't stand behind this. I can only kind of get here and kind of be a little bit behind this, but but it's not. It didn't look like the chair was attached to it. So I could trade. You know, I can move the chair. I can get a different chair. Well, why can't you just squirt this chair from across the room? Because that's not what we do. It isn't? No. Sorry. See, what I really wanted when I was trying to plan out my other salon, I was thinking of doing at each station, getting those kitchen islands with wheels. So it's like the top of it's a big cutting board, and it's got a handle on one side, and it's like a cabinet door, and then either two cabinet doors or a cabinet door, and then over here it's got like the lay down the wine bottles. Only in my case, my developer bottles, you know, and they can be wheeled back and forth. If anything, you know, they could have all been wheeled back to like the back corner. and not necessarily kept at each station. I mean, it's very similar to the people who use the big fancy toolboxes, but I mean, they actually have those, industrial toolboxes, like Craftsman toolboxes. Only have one by the Viper brand that are actually purple, or other, like purple, pink, or white, or green, but they cost a lot of money for just one of them. And it's like, no. Ain't happening. Not before I went and spent that kind of money, I'd buy a used red one from something and just spray paint it. Wouldn't even have to worry about spray painting the inside drawers. It just, paint the outside. So, here, while I'm, make sure I save this so I don't lose any of it. Now, between having the dollar store nearby and just a little bit further up the road, we've got the Joanne Crafts place, and I think there's a Michael's also. Those are both like arts and crafts places. And then there's also a Party City with all kinds of like party decorations and whatnot. So I just have to get creative. I have to worry about what color the room's painted. I just play around with decor. Heck, maybe I get my other brother to like make me some shelves. Like, hey, Mr. Fancy Guy, you want to play with wood? How about you, make me some shelves? But even like, the dollar store, they have like cheap planter boxes and stuff, or you can even use like, heck, you can make bottle holding shelves out of gutter. It's like, oh, it's a drain spout. Yep, drain spout. The thing about shelves is like these shelves here, I don't want something that things can necessarily get knocked off of. I'd like to have some, I especially when I was trying to do one for the other salon, I wanted to get like floating shelves or whatever, but I wanted to make sure it was like this where it's like, it drops down into the thing. I don't want people to just knock them off of the thing. Especially because there were two shampoo bowls in a tight area where two of us might be standing here back to back, and just elbowing things off of the shelf. Yeah, because I got to keep in mind that in reality, this would be more like this. maybe if I'm lucky, I'd have that much room, but
Alright, that's enough of this.
I mean, the bottom line is this, as far as I know, can't be moved. This
Alright. Well, here, I'm going to let that go for a few more minutes while I go get some coffee warmed up.
can't be moved. So, it is what it is with those two things. Everything else is like, I mean, hell, if I had to have this chair pointed this way and had the mirror here, that'd be one thing, I could have everything else behind me. Or, point the chair that way. I mean, if I was like, if I was standing like that, I could reach over here to this counter and not have to worry so much about having a cart to go with me. Of course, that would also, if I could have, like maybe when the door is closed, if I had this wall, I could use it as like do something with it, maybe put up a fake brick thing, or have like a backdrop, like a roll up shade type backdrop for taking pictures. Because that's my other thing is to consider is at the old place my camera sucked and the photos themselves were not very good. Like the lighting and the backdrops, and it's like I just it had to be like a perfect day that wasn't windy to be able to go outside and use the brick wall. So yeah, I haven't really been able to explore this building as much, so I don't know what there is inside to use as backdrops when I'm not in my own room. I mean, there's always the possibility of going out to the hallway and taking pictures. Here, let's do one more copy. What will we copy on? Well, copy this one. Okay. Get rid of this. I'm not actually planning on hanging that. I just wanted to make it a point to anybody watching this that, especially if you are somebody that's going to sit in my chair, if that flag offends you in any way, I don't give a crap. This is my room. This ain't the old place where those other people in that place just spouted their mouth off about anything and assumed everybody agreed with them.
I'm glad I'm not going back to a place like that.
In my happy place, we either all get along or you don't need to be there.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
You know, what am I even doing anything for if it's not leading to something a better place? You know. Okay. Okay, so this is a copy. Yeah. Trifold. I mean, I kind of like that. But see now, like something like that. If
So anyway, let's go grab them cardboard boxes. I'm gonna try to figure out if they're what I want. Okay, so I have a Land of Frost deli shaved lunch meat box. So let's see. There's this box, which is eight inches by 2 inches. And about 1.25 inches tall. I mean, wide. wide, thick, whatever the hell you call it. This box is almost 5 inches. So if I use this, the box is going to stick up. So that's probably not ideal. That's a little bit too much. You know, I mean, if I were to use this one, I'd pretty much have to, like, do something like this with it. You know, get the tape going and stuff to sturdy it up. Now, it's not to say I can't use this one for some Shades EQ or something. Now this box is a Purdue ground chicken box for the it's like the 99% or the breast instead of the just ground chicken. This one, well, this one almost gets to 6 inches. So it's a little better. I mean, that's probably doable. Doesn't stick out too much. The main thing I'm looking for is to get it, you know, stacked up in here in columns. So if that's 2 inches wide, and the box is we'll measure the flap. The box is not quite 20 inches, it's 19 something. So we're looking at a row of 9. Of course, that's if all the shades were, if all the boxes were Pravana boxes. If I had some where I bought the Rusk tubes are smaller now. So I could get another column in there. We've got about 9 inches going that way. So given that it's a inch and a half or inch and a quarter, so 3 inches is 2, 4. That's about a column of 6, maybe 7. So 9 by 7 can fit in here. Let's see if we use this particular box. Now that means that the Purdue box that holds the regular ground chicken, not the healthier one, that one probably would be perfect. The main reason I brought one of these home, well, two main reasons. One, we didn't have enough shelf space to put the whole box out, so I didn't get to keep the box. Um, and two, I was hoping that this one would work because I'm trying to keep the weight down. If anything, I want to be able to like split one of these in half and glue it to not glue it, but tape it to the wall, and use like two halves of these. Because the main thing is that I get the shelf and then stack them up. Um, I'm probably going to be assembling the box at the suite. Because I really don't have... I mean, I kind of have the table room here, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't know. Something's telling me I don't have the room in here. Or I just don't want to... I don't want to live stream my entire room in here, because I don't want to do that. I did order that thing on Amazon yesterday, the microwave, the over the microwave shelf thing. Hopefully I don't get one of the crappy ones that the reviewers got. One of the reviewers got a crappy one. Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to take me up on that offer. It's a good idea, but it doesn't help if people don't want to do it. Um... Alright, well, I still want to be on the hunt for just, Can you let me go to the thing? Oh, that's for mounting those. Okay, something not right here. Anyway, let's try to look at what. That's the view from outside my door last time. I still got this window cling, but she's already making the new one though. Suite 4. There's my mat that I got at. I mean, it was either TJ Maxx or Home Goods or one of them. There's a couple of stores like that in the area near the suite. And then there was a couple more of them over closer to home here. Stores I didn't even know existed. But again, at the time, I didn't have money for everything because I was spending most of the money on the shelf and the cart. And then I bought the IVAC. Somebody on, oddly enough, I went to pick up this IVAC, and then on my way home, that's when my car had trouble and ended up costing me $600. This is what the front of the building looks like. I basically go in this door. There's 2 suites on the front here. They each have the windows. But I walk over here, and then pass by these, and then I'm like 2 suites back. So I'm not like far back in the, and it's basically a donut shaped thing. There's stuff on the inner part of the donut. On both, there's 2, a hallway that goes like a donut, and you got suites on both sides of the hallway, and then in the middle section you got suites. And then the laundry is in one back corner, and then the other back corner is the break room area, and then the bathrooms are directly in the back of the back area. Okay, this is what it currently was looking like with her being in there. I don't know what it looks like when I get. I don't know what it'll be on Wednesday. I don't know if she's taking a black chair or not. Now, last time around, I was thinking of trying to do something like this. This was like an item that was on like Marketplace, this window, and I was gonna try to see if my brother could help me put a mirror in the middle pane here, and then mount that on the wall. Oh wow. Okay, I didn't realize I did this. Okay, the chair, the shampoo chair, when it's max extended, goes out that far. Yes, that's basically. Yeah. 1.5 and 1.5 and 1.5 feet. So that's like 4.5 feet. Plus a little more. Last time around, this is what was in there, like when I was moving in. So this is stuff that I could have kept in here and used. I mean, I kept this. I could have kept this chair and this mirror, but it just wasn't what I wanted. Um, Part of me was afraid this mirror was going to fall over. Um, okay, so what do I want to do now? Oh, I want to continue. I don't want to look at Facebook. I want to figure something out. I definitely want to get something rubber or something to go on the bottom of my chair because since I don't have a full circle mat, um, Get the hell out of here. Get bent. That looks kind of dumb. It looks like something the AI would make. I mean, at least that looks kind of like normal shears. I don't care if I gotta get like two halves that are smaller and make a circle out of it. Um, Jesus Christ. Hell, I could probably get one on eBay fairly cheap. Or Marketplace. I had a really nice, like, not like that big, but I had one like this at the salon that I got from another salon. I only paid $50 for it. She was like getting rid of them, a whole bunch of them. But now think about that. If your room is only 7.5 feet wide and you get a 5 foot wide mat or a 6 foot wide mat, you barely have any room to do anything. It's almost like my best bet is to try to get a. I wish they would have had two of the mat that I did use. And I could have just picked up the chair and put it on top of it, and then had the little valley between the two. I mean, they had other ones, but that compared to the pattern on the one I got, it was like they didn't fit the vibe I was going for. I'm like, yeah, I kind of like the mat. And then as like color got on it, it's like, yeah, it's kind of got that whole splash of finger paint vibe or something. Need some time to go to like the stores and things. Uh, oh, it would help if I did that. I'm gonna have to get up in a minute and go see if I need to do the garbage, because there was like a little mini party here today. They finally were getting the pool finally fixed up, and then she came back from her work trip. So today she had people over. I just want to get back to work and do the thing. I'm just, I still got to jump the hurdle of telling them that I'm going back and seeing if they're going to let me off easy and not expect me to give them too much. Because I swear I'm gonna, just keeping the damn suite is enough to give me problems, but trying to figure out how to give them money too. It really sucks when I only get 2 days off from the grocery store to promise for appointments when they're the same day every week. The rest are these evenings that I gotta try to squeeze in. And I have not exactly been having a lot of energy after the grocery store lately. I feel like that's why I'm glad I could just stay there and sleep in the chair if I had to. Yeah, I'm probably going to be finding myself doing that. Yeah, I'm probably gonna put some stuff in the fridge there that I usually eat here for breakfast, and you know, just damn the torpedoes, and don't bother coming home because if I get caught in that trap of leaving there right away just because I'm done with whoever I did that day, I'm gonna miss out on potential. There's not really walk-ins per se. For starters, the door has like a one of us. We each get a plastic card to wave in front of the door to unlock it, or somebody rings the bell and somebody who's already in the building comes and lets them in. Alright, something's obviously not working with this. Get my and it's like, oh, look, that's nice, except for the fact that these get in the way. You know, a nice thing about my kitchen cart, I don't. This is not in my way on that cart. It's just got a like an aircraft carrier. It's just got a flat top. I don't trust this kind where you put the drawers and stuff on the sides because they still will fall off if you lean on them or you bump into them. And I don't want to be putting my bowls of color in there only to have it fall off. You know, now these look nice, but what do they want for that? The hell? Okay, I don't know what money that is, but we're gonna not buy that. So now that's something. Why you do that? I specifically clicked on the damn purple one. Okay, it goes up or down. See, my main problem with these is that the stuff I need to store needs to be in a more closed drawer. My combs and such. I don't want them exposed to the air and the dust and all that would get into here. I mean, hey, they got nice stuff. It's just not what I want. I have what I want. Somehow I've got to get it upstairs and into that car on Wednesday. I don't know if I want to ask for any help because I'm an idiot. I mean, hell, once I get it up and out the front door, I can wheel it to my car. But and then it's just a matter of wheeling it. Get it. I park in the fire lane and just pull it out of the car and then wheel it into the place. But I mean, I kind of like having that in there. And again, if I can eliminate the big pantry cabinet, that frees up a lot of space. All right. I'm gonna go see what's going on with the garbage and move my car and all that. So I'm gonna pop up the be right back thing. Because I will be right back. Or I intend to. Get my keys just in case I'm moving the car. Well, anyway, I'm back. I just wish these things understood what the hell I'm talking about when I say with a large top. Oh, you left the thing in the other room. Yeah. So the problem with that is I probably can't put my bottles on it. I mean, this is basically the kind that I bought. Because I can put my bottles in here. My developer bottles fit in here. And then I think I put like the foil or something there. Or like when I'm working here, I can open this drawer and put something in the drawer. So it's like give me something else to reach for. Like my box of gloves or something. So this is nice for holding bottles and stuff, but it's another thing that's in my way. You know, it's almost like I'm just gonna have to take a chance and put holes in the damn wall. I give up. Until I get in that room, I just don't know what I want. And I'm stressing over other things right now. You know, I posted a thing on Facebook and, you know, it's like crickets. I just feel like no matter what I do, that's how things are going to turn out. Again. You know, post all over all the swap sites and be lucky to get one person. I'm gonna get up and go get the coffee that I forgot to bring in here. So I'll be right back. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why I'm doing it. But I'm trying. See, this will be a lot more interesting when I'm actually doing the thing, if I'm streaming it. But right now, I'm stuck in my room doing nothing. Fuck, stop being an idiot. I can't help it. I'm not wide awake right now. I get so tired of seeing the same damn thing over and over again. It's like, no, I don't want that stuff. I'm looking for something different. I don't want to store. This looks like crap. I don't want this. I mean, it's nice for a back bar area in another room where nobody's seeing it, but I don't want this shit out in the open. I mean, this looks disgusting to me. You know, who has time to go flipping through this crap looking for a color? I guess the way I'm going about it might be the only way it's going to happen without using screws. I really don't need to see your frickin' toilet seat. I mean, first of all, the bathroom's not in my room, so, you know. I think those are smaller boxes. I don't like this whole putting a tube like that. That's stupid. My main worry right now is if I use like a command tape or whatever, that it's going to peel paint off the wall. If I ever had to take it off the wall. Or, if, like, let's say I put it on there and right away it's not working and now I go to take the thing off and right away it peels the damn paint. I'm like, haven't even been in there 5 minutes and I've already ruined the place. Okay. Shelves using command tape. That's the problem. It's only 2 inches. It's like this site is just not what it used to be. Try to ask for something and you just don't get it. I don't think I'm going to find anybody making the shelf I want. Um, Unless I get something where it's like got this triangle shaped thing going on and use the adhesive on that. Something like this where I use the tape and not nails. Doesn't tell me what I need to know. 10 by 20. Fucking centimeters. God damn it. Thought I was actually getting somewhere. No, we're talking centimeters, not inches. Assholes. I don't like what I'm doing. No, it's called until you get the go ahead from those two. You're not going to feel comfortable doing any of this. Because at the moment, you're still sneaking around behind their back. And you're still scared that once you tell them, they're going to say hell no. And somehow you're going to have to tell her, oh no, I can't do that. I can't come sign my lease. Because I'll be homeless. Fuck that. If I, bottom line is, whether they kick me out or not, I'm signing that damn lease. If I have to live there for however long, I'll live there. Damn it. I don't have a choice. I have to do that job. See, I've thought about trying to do something involving the magnets. Um, like get magnet strip. Is that magnet strip? No, it's that stuff. Like get a magnet strip to tape to the wall, and then use some sort of either another magnet strip going on the shelf, or could even be the back of the cardboard box to give that extra, instead of worrying about the tape being secure, the magnet would most likely really hold. My biggest fear is that, I mean, it is a cardboard box. Tape can just rip the cardboard. I mean, that's why I'd want to put several pieces of this on there. But will it stick to itself? Yeah, there is a Michael's over by the Salon suite. There's not a Joanne anymore, but there's a Michael's. See, somebody is selling one of these for $29. What the hell are we looking at then? It's only one sheet. I mean, that could be something to work, but I don't know. It doesn't tell me any. Oh. Well, thanks for telling me. Magnet isn't strong enough. So in other words, there's plenty of it to get. It's just a matter of whether or not it'll do the job. It's no different than nope, we don't want to do that. Well, that's not going to work. Not for that. No, I'm not going to find what I want. shove your partner content. Ain't doing me any good. Alright, well, it's going on midnight here, and I start work at 8:30 today, so that looks like that's gonna... Oh, 560 pounds, there's no way that's a command adhesive. So yeah, I'm gonna get going. Thank you, Daniel, for dropping by. Everybody check out his channel, watch some... he had another truck driving video today. Thank you to the people who left some likes. So hopefully I'll see y'all in the next one. Hope everybody has a good night and a good day. And hope to see y'all in the next one you're able to make it to. Until then, wishing you no tangles. Keep shining. And bye-bye for now.